Hi guys, this is Andy Blackwell, your local personal trainer, and also my lovely daughter Tabitha Blackwell. Just here, she's assisting me today, as you can see. Today I'm going to be telling you how I've been getting your friends, family and neighbours in shape in the Chislehurst, Bromley and Bexley areas over the last 3 to 4 years. We've been doing it with our Strictly Bootcamp clients, we've been doing it with our Limitless Fitness clients and my own personal training clients also over the last 3 to 4 years. And what I'd like to do is share a little bit of that success with you. Okay, so if you're looking to lose a little bit of weight this year, possibly tone up those loose bits and also gain a little bit of lean muscle mass in the meantime, tone up maybe the bum, thighs, legs, all of the areas that you ladies and guys out there really want to tone up, then please grab a pen and follow these 10 steps, okay? Okay, so my first weight loss tip is to definitely set a goal. Alright, so you need to grab a pen and paper, write your goal down, okay? Make sure it's realistic, okay? So it could be that you're looking to lose, say, 10 pounds over the next few weeks or so, but definitely write down also the time frame that you want to lose it in. So it could be 10 pounds in, say, 5 weeks. That would be achievable because it's 2 pounds per week. You know, that's a very achievable goal, but make sure it's realistic and you will be able to get there. And then obviously after that, you want to be setting a strategy off of that. But be willing to make the changes necessary to get to your goal. So by that I mean, if you didn't make any changes whatsoever, why would you ever expect to lose some weight? Why would it happen? Okay, so some changes are going to be needed to be made. It could be that you're eating a bit less chocolate, a few less treats. Maybe you're giving up a little bit of the wine at weekends, you know, maybe you're drinking a glass after work or when the kids have gone to bed. And maybe you've got to change that a little bit, you know, just to get to your goal. It could be that your mindset's off, you know, you get a little bit emotional, you know, the smallest sign of confrontation. And maybe you just got to change that and tune your mind so that you don't, you know, emotionally eat and treat yourself when that happens. Alright, so it could be that you've got to step up your exercise regime, you've got to get yourself out there walking a bit more, jogging, joining your local boot camp or getting a personal trainer or perhaps just doing those workouts at home. So being willing to make those changes is weight loss tip number 2. Develop a positive mental attitude. Okay, so are you going to be the type of person that when something goes a little bit wrong, you're going to run away from your troubles, you're going to go an emotional week, as I mentioned in the last tip? Or are you going to be someone that sees a silver lining? Are you going to be the person that says, when the chips are down, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to carry on, I'm going to get to my class, or I'm going to make sure I make the right food choices. And then if you can truly do that, if you can develop that positive mental attitude, then nothing is going to get in your way of you getting to your weight loss goal. Eating foods that basically adds nutritional value 90% of the time. Okay, so you want to be eating whole foods, foods that are a little bit more organic, locally sourced foods are always good for that, so you can get some from your farm shops. But always eating something, you know, 90% of the time that adds nutritional value to your body, so your body can grow in the right way and your fat loss stores are always switched on and tuned in. Okay, Tabby agrees. Making bad food choices 10% of the time. Yeah, that's right. You can have those foods that you like, that you enjoy, maybe the odd cheeky glass of wine, maybe a Mars bar, maybe a McDonald's beef burger, whatever it is, you know, 10% of the time, let's take it easy on ourselves, let's have a little break, let's refresh ourselves, you know, let's not fall off the program, because if we're always 100% of the time expected to eat the good stuff, you know, we're going to go a bit crazy. We're not going to feel like a slave to our own nutritional program. That's not what we want. All right. The 10% isn't going to make a dent in your results. You're going to get good results regardless because 90% of the time, remember, you're eating wholesome foods that add nutritional value to your body. So don't worry about that 10%. So for example, myself, I go to the football on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon. That's my social life. Basically, I'll get myself out there, watch the football. love it. I shout at my team, I shout support for my team, you know, and I might have a cheeky hamburger, I might well have a hot dog or something like that when I'm there, and I don't feel guilty about that because you know what, 10% of the time you'll be fine and you're still going to get your weight loss and fat loss results. Okay, I can't emphasize enough how much you need to find out for your goal the amount of calories that are going to help you achieve it. And also, off of that, stick to that calorie limit. Okay, so what we do with a lot of our clients who are looking to lose weight is we say, okay, how long are you looking to lose weight over? We find out the time frame, and then we put into our computer basically all of their stats, all the details, and we find out how many calories they need exactly to get to the goal in the right time frame as well. We also find out if that's a safe number. Okay, so it's so important it's a safe number. You don't want to be starving yourselves to success. It's a very, very, very short-lived strategy whereby you'll lose a lot of muscle mass, you'll actually endanger yourself as well, and you're going to be looking at that weight coming back on with interest faster than you know it. Staying well hydrated is such an important thing when it comes to weight loss. Okay, I can't emphasize that enough. You're going to be needing to have between 8 to 12 glasses of water a day. If you're having teas and other bits and pieces as well, they do count as part of your water, so don't worry. Doesn't mean you've got to have 8 to 12 glasses of actual water, plus other stuff like fruit teas and green teas and stuff like that. Okay, but try and keep the water content healthy. Okay, non-calorific water type content is good because it means you can eat more, of course, so you don't stifle your sort of nutritional plan. But basically what's happening inside your body is your cells, if they're dehydrated, they're not going to be burning up the fat like they should do. Your fat loss systems aren't going to be working. You're going to feel tired, lethargic. You're more likely to miss that workout that you're meant to do in the evening, all right, or the morning, or as the day goes on. You're less likely to make those right choices. Okay, so keeping well hydrated is one of my #1 tips. Most important thing is to find out which exercise you're going to enjoy, which is fun, because you're most likely to stick to it. Alright, if you find a fun exercise that you love doing, the chances are you're not going to say to yourself halfway through the day, you know what, I don't really fancy doing that. You know, I'm going to sit down on the couch and watch Desperate Housewives instead, for instance, or reruns of The Simpsons, or whatever you watch. Alright, so instead of actually finding something that you find boring, like running in the gym, on the treadmill, or cycling, on the stationary bike in the gym, what we're looking at is something that's varied, very fun, and also very effective, because you don't really want to be wasting your time on that slow, boring cardio that doesn't work anyways. Okay, so make sure it's fun, make sure it's effective and varied, and you're not going to skip those classes, you're not going to miss the exercises, you're going to really be interested in it. Next up is training like you have a gun to your head. Okay, so when you found that fast, effective workout, what we need to be doing to make sure that we've got lots of reactions going on in the muscles, to make sure that we're burning up fat and make sure that we're burning up and losing weight, is to train as hard as you possibly can every time you train. Alright, when you do that, you're creating many chemical reactions in the body, and again, you're switching on that fat burning store. So you're specifically losing body fat, alright? And if you're refueling in the right way, of course, like we said in the nutritional section, then, only then, you're going to get the best results possible because you're trying your hardest. Alright, so obviously the exercise has got to be fun for you to do that. If you don't like something very much, you're not going to train that hard. So make sure you make the choice, as in the last step, to be a really, really good choice of exercise, and then just work it as hard as you can, as if someone's holding that gun to your head. One of the most important factors when it comes to losing weight is to get plenty of sleep. Alright, so we need to be sleeping at the right times for the right amount of time. Okay, so the best time to sleep really, scientifically speaking, is between 10 and 2, okay, in the evening. So 10 PM till 2 AM. Alright, so you want to sleep a little bit longer than that, obviously. I mean, most people need between 8 to 10 hours sleep. In this world, do we always get it? Not necessarily. But if you can get to bed by 10:30 and get at least 3 hours of that good high quality sleep between 10 and 2, then brilliant. Alright, So I don't know if you noticed, but you're basically recharging your hormone cortisol whilst you're sleeping, which in turn helps you to burn up body fat. Alright, helps your body turn into a lean, mean fighting machine. So get that sleep in there from 10:30 onwards. Just like Tabby, she loves a couple of naps a day, and she definitely is in bed by 10 o'clock, alright? So get yourself in bed by 10:30, 11 o'clock, get 3 hours of quality sleep, carry on from there, alright? Keeping busy, such an important thing, okay? Very, very much overlooked. Whenever somebody comes to me for training, I always say to them, listen, can you get off the tube stop when you're going to work? Get off at one tube stop earlier? You know, is that possible? Or can you walk up the escalators instead of just standing there, you know, waiting to be taken up to the top? Escalators are actually made for that, for you to walk up the escalators to make things happen quicker in London, to make sure the flow goes a little bit faster. Around about 20% of people you'll see walking up those escalators, getting an extra little bit of exercise. The other one is obviously to go shopping. Maybe instead of ordering that shopping in from Ocado or whoever, is to go shopping and maybe even walk to the shops and carry them back as a family. You know, maybe get the kids involved and carry a bag or two each. Definitely gets you in shape and gets the whole family in shape. Might take a little bit longer, of course, but you know what? You're going to be burning up plenty of calories, and it's a great way to keep in shape and lose weight. What do you think, Tabby? Yeah, it's a winner. We'd like to thank you for watching our video today. We know that you can do it too, so you know, follow all those 10 tips and you too can get a great body and get in the best shape possible over the next few months. Basically, you just got to take action. If you'd like a little helping hand, we've got a great offer on at the moment. It's not lasting very long. It's £10 now for 10 bootcamp days on strictlybootcamp.com. Okay, so all you've got to do is go to strictlybootcamp.com to get 10 days for £10. Alright, take action. Tabby is willing you on as well. She wants you to do it. We both want you to lose the weight. Either do it yourself, just follow those 10 steps and get yourself there. Or if you need a little helping hand, obviously use that offer at strictlybootcamp.com. Can't wait to see you. Hope I can see you in a better shape than you are today. Feeling a lot happier, feeling great, and we're cheering you on.